When you're working on quoting over the phone, there's literally two reasons why customers are going to make a decision on setting up an appointment and for them to actually show up. So it's very important. Now, these are the main reasons. Of course, it's going to take a lot of closing, a lot of offering information, a lot of justifying, but a lot of making it realistic, making the quote realistic. But in a summary, there's two main reasons why customers are going to commit to an appointment. Number one, if they don't have insurance, they're going to commit based on getting the lowest option. Of course, you're going to add a lot of service, but if they're shopping around and they don't have insurance, if you don't give them something affordable, they're not going to show up. So you have to be careful because if they don't have insurance, you have to make sure you ask and you determine if they've been shopping around. Now, the quote you give them has to be either lower or reasonable enough for them to actually consider the option. And of course, you're going to add value, you're going to add service to convince them. But number one, it has to be the lowest option across the board. Number two, this is for all the customers that currently have insurance. So if they have insurance, the only way they're going to walk into the office, the only way they're going to schedule an appointment, the only way they're going to accept your offer, your quote, is simply if you're saving them money. So if someone's paying $70 a month and you tell them we have 60 to 70, they're not showing up. If you give them 60 to 65 and they're paying $70, they're not going to show up. They're not going to show up because they're going to analyze the situation, and $5 to $10 is not worth it. They're going to tell themselves, look, I'm going to waste a lot of time. Most likely I'm going to end up paying a down payment. So it's not even worth it. So they will not set up an appointment, or if they do set up an appointment, they're not showing up. So you have to make sure that you give them about $40, $50, $60 lower. So if they're paying $70 a month, you have to give them $30 to $35. Enough for them to see the difference and for them to make a decision that is worth it. So if they're paying $150, don't give them $120 to $130 or $130 to $140 or $140 to $150. Give them about $100 to $105, $100 to $110. Make it good enough for them to actually take the initiative and for them to show up to the office. Now remember, step one is to set up an appointment. Step two is for them to actually show up. So it's very important to follow these two methods. Either you're giving them the lowest option, lower than any other competitor, and low enough for them to consider that to be a good deal, or you're saving them enough money for them to actually set up an appointment and invest the time to walk into the office. So once again, it's either the lowest option or a lot of savings. Those are the two main reasons why customers are going to show up to the office.